Hey, we're live. We're gonna play Fate Extella. Fate Extella is it is a continuation of Fate Extra. It's like a alternate timeline. It is a Muso game. Basically, what that means is that the game has lots of very small enemies that you just kill over and over. Like, you just sweep them up into attacks and everything, and then you go after the bosses in the areas. So it's like Dynasty Warriors, if you've ever played that. So we are going to get going. Play some video games. Because really, that's what I'm here for. Play some freaking video games. Hey, what's up, Ed? How you doing? Let's see here. Can I pull this up on my screen? Yeah. Yeah, I can. Oh no, it's playing. Alright. We're here. Cool. Alright, so what we're going to do, we're going to go through the main story. I actually haven't played through the main story all the way since I got my Platinum Trophy. So I definitely want to go ahead and knock this out. It's going pretty good, Ed. It's good to talk to you. Let's see. Orchid. Okay. We're going with, I think Flame Poem Arc is the first one. I think it'll be continue? I think? Not sure. Oh, my phone. Oh, it's so loud. Okay, so... Okay, I've got the game save backed up. So I can just go ahead and, I think I could just go ahead and, Oh, no, I could do it this way. Full Pro, judging my gameplay. Alright, well, we're going to do very hard. I don't know if I'm leveled enough for this. It says recommended level 1, but I'm level 79. So this could possibly not go wrong. I think I may be able to pro this. BC 12,000. Maybe I'll do a little narration. Maybe. Unless the game has its own narration, and then I won't bother. A shooting star falls from the early dawn sky, a shining light streaming through the river of space. The Earth's surface would be unfamiliar to modern-day eyes. All who dwell upon it look up. The people, the animals, even the plants. The comet goes on soaring through the sky. For all their great speed, most comets appear to hold still in the sky from the planet's perspective. And so the people believe this one to be another harmless spectacle, a tear-shaped jewel among the stars. They have no idea of the doom it brings, no idea that their time on this planet has come to an end. The surface of the Earth is on fire. The surface of the earth is on fire. The planet is on fire. The catastrophe destroys all civilizations without clemency or judgment. The beasts of nature suffer horrible mutilations, run amok, and ultimately fall to ash. Prophets protest that the end has come too soon. Rulers call upon their people to fight. Scholars say only that it is too late. A few still cling to hope, believing that at least some of them will endure. Big giant man! Until the true threat makes its appearance. Oh, okay, so I guess we go tutorial stage now. Defeat the enemy soldiers. I think we can do that. We'll go full out. Oh. Get him, Nero. Get them all. Oh, okay. This is heavy attack. So I can't do that. I have to do this thing. That's how we get the combos. I haven't played this game in a while. Alright, and now we got the Noble Phantasm, which is the super attack. Man, the lore behind like this character is legit. Like she's based on the Roman Emperor Nero Claudius, whatever his name was. But in typical Nasu fashion, it's been gender bent so that Nero is female. All is that remains of the ancients' final records. After the passing of 30 sunsets, or perhaps a few more, mankind's ancestors accept their end. Only one fleeting warning survives for future generations. Hey, opening movie, let's go. Indeed, you'll find a lot of that in the Fate universes. I think I've only seen this once. If you're interested, I could probably fill you in on a little bit more of the Fate lore behind this, because this isn't like, this doesn't take place in the same universe as Fate Stay Night. It takes place in a different universe. So I could probably drop you some knowledge on that if you're interested. Also, the theme song is pretty sick. Really. And like I said, replaying this so that when Fate Extella Link comes out, the story's kind of fresh in my mind, so I don't have to think too hard. No. So this, yes, no. Okay, so Fate Extra was the original PSP game. Okay? Then this is like a branching timeline from the Fate Extra game. And then the Fate Extra Last Encore is actually another branching route. And that it's convoluted, but basically this is not intertwined with the anime in that sense. While the anime has the same characters and that sort of thing, some of the same characters, it doesn't have the calamity or anything that we witnessed in the beginning. The darkness is colossal. Imagine a deep hole, growing and swelling, nothingness spreading out to blind your eyes and eat at your heart. The sheer scale of it all, it's difficult to put into words. The stone monument of Altamira, the Titan of Sephir. This is the magnitude of the being who can destroy even the moon. And I guess I should give you a little bit of background on that as well. The world that we're seeing right here is actually, it's inside a super ancient supercomputer that's inside the moon. It's called the Moon Cell. And I guess sum up the Fate Extra story really simply. Basically, your character was an NPC created to fight in that moon's Holy Grail War. And in the regular Fate Extra timeline, whenever you entered the Moon Cell, you actually got deleted to reset the world. But in this, which is a branch off that, the Moon Cell will view you as the winner of the Holy Grail War, so you don't have to get deleted. And that's kind of where we start off. Oh, that giant is angry. Just turns around and looks at the dude. It's glaring at you. It's targeting you. You should realize that without being told. You can see the glowing points of light are its eyes. A giant shadow from the unknown. It's looking at you. The giant shadow is not a servant. That's what your nature, your soul, screams. But it's not an enemy program. Your mind, your experiences, scream that out with conviction. I'm better than Dot Hack. Oh man, I never even got into Dot Hack, so I can't judge. But I imagine Dot Hack has some weird timelines and stuff in it too. Let's see. Okay. All that comes from your body, your instincts, is a cry of wordless terror on your quivering tongue. That's a big hand! It's coming. It's here. The giant shadow spreads out with overwhelming speed. With that much mass and velocity, its kinetic energy is on par with a plane crash. How much damage could it do to Seraph? A thought runs through your head. There's no way this ends well. There is only an instant before the darkness engulfs all. Just as in the records and the warnings the moon witnessed long ago. So I'll ask one last time. Someone with nothing to look back on. Someone who has nothing to flash in front of your eyes. An empty shell. Was that what you were? Are you really that kind of creature? No, I'm not! I am not that kind of creature! That's what my soul screams out. That's what my mind screams out. Something irreplicable. That's what my body screams out. In that moment, a voice illuminates the darkness. I see a gleaming light. It's like daybreak. The Titan disappears, and the darkness shatters. The voice and the light approach me. My eyes become faint. Farewell to my righteous self. An old story that sent my consciousness drifting. The fond memories of the moon end here. Please relax. You're currently re-establishing your connection with the moon cell. The overload from the connection with the moon cell core, or should I say the Holy Grail, temporarily damaged your memory. On top of that, your data has been destroyed. Your condition is critical. We need to restore your data as quickly as possible. First, we need to scan your value. This may give you a slight shock, but please try to hold still. Label: Victor of the Holy Grail War. Category: exempt from measurement. Refusal right. Yes. Quality E-. Next, I'll need to confirm your identity. Please input your name. Let's see. Musico. And then G. That, yeah. No, T. We'll go with my Final Fantasy name. That'll be fun. Yes. Continue. Champion of the Moon Cell Automation. We won. Game over. Your throne awaits. Throwback. I've awakened from my slumber. It feels as if I'm witnessing an old dream. I'm sitting in a chair. Was I sleeping sitting up? As I raise my head, my joints ache. I must have been in this pose for a few hours at least. I think we got our first Umu. A woman in red stands proudly in front of me. From the bottom of my heart, I feel a sigh of relief. Her golden hair, her slender body, the name of this beloved woman, together with whom I have overcome so many battles, is... What is her name? Does your head hurt? Perhaps you've been working too hard lately. Maybe. Even in her formal demeanor, I can feel her warmth and affection. But something's wrong. I know her very well. She's the most important person in the world to me. But even so, I can't remember her name. Do I have amnesia? Even if I do, I can at least remember what I first called her. Saber, She's known as the heroic spirit of the sword, and as the servant of Musico Tamarask, me. Oh, that's convenient. She's going to reintroduce herself for us. Fantastic. Allow me to repeat my introduction. Oh, there's a ring there. Only one heroic spirit blossoms with the stars of her glittering sword. I am the Emperor of Roses, she whose hands are as fair as they are talented. My sword sings with the melody of the muses. My heart roars like Vulcan's forge to light your way. Let the sound entrance you. Let the flames rekindle your love for me. I am the finest instrument ever forged, the heroic spirit of the sword. I am your servant. And that is how one makes an introduction. It fosters the bond between us. I'll say it again, as many times as you please. When I see her smile, I can feel the enjoyment from deep within her heart. That feeling flows through me and starts to clear the fog from my head. I can vaguely remember awkward dreams, far removed from whatever my real memories are. But as long as she's by my side, I know I'll never have to fear or doubt a thing. Of course, now that we've established my name and my beauty, what about yourself? As Saber says those words, I look around the room for the first time. What is this? A throne? I knew I was sitting down, but this is no ordinary chair. All around me I see a room befitting this throne. It's like you could call it a throne room, maybe. Like maybe a throne room. Complete with carpeted stairs to separate the ruler from his men. Did Saber prepare all this? I suppose it's no surprise if she did, but there's something else. I feel like I'm missing something important. What exactly happened to me? Had I known this would happen, I would never have let you go to the Mooncell Core by yourself. So we went to the Mooncell Core by ourselves. You slept an entire day upon your return. Something certainly happened there. My Praetor, please tell me everything. Asleep? For a whole day? And what's the Mooncell Core? Do you not remember? Oh, this could be dire. You must have undergone quite a journey. Right, we should discuss this in a more comfortable setting. A place where we can both lie down. None other than my room. My room. It's actually a pretty interesting place. Basically, it heals like any wounds and that sort of thing. In the anime, the My Room is what takes you from floor to floor in Sarah. It's like an elevator. Do you like it? You may call it My Room, as I do. It was built rather quickly, so pardon me if the amenities are still a bit lacking. For now, please rest yourself. We have much to prepare for. Or perhaps you have other interests. If so, please do not hesitate to ask. It would be my privilege to tell you a bedtime story. Okay. Yeah, let's talk. What should I do now? At the very least, I know our names. I'm Musico. She answers to Saber. We currently have some kind of relationship, but I don't know the details. And then there's this place. Where am I? And why does the word seraph pop into my head when I ask myself that? Then allow me to regale you. Regale. Lend an ear to the tale of our passionate victory here in the Moon Cell. Yes, please explain it. This place is indeed the moon, Diana's star itself, floating high in the heavens above the world. In 2032 AD, mankind, I'll say that word if it kills me, made a discovery on the moon's surface and named it the Moon Cell Automation. It had the power to grant its owner's desires, reshaping reality with a single wish. For that reason, they called it the Holy Grail. It also created beings like me. I am an autonomous electronic life form in the shape of a heroic spirit, also known as a servant. And those who summon servants and grant them their powers in this technological context are called wizards, like you. You're a wizard, Busy. You're a wizard! Servants are more than AI. We are genuine beings made manifest with Seraph. Put simply, we have souls and we are alive. Your life force, meanwhile, is tied to the body of a wizard back on Earth. If your mind dies within Seraph, the body will die as well. You were thrown into battle as a novice, but you and the allies you earned overcame mighty foes and uncovered vast revelations. You fought, and you fought, and you fought. And now, here we are together in our private lunar abode. My memories are still in fragments, but I do recall a few images here and there. The Holy Grail War, many masters and their powerful servants, NPCs running the war from behind the scenes. So many combatants, but only one winner at the end of it all. And was that winner truly me? You did indeed win. You proved your might and advanced to the Moon Cell core. There, you claimed the Holy Grail. Alright. Let's rest and progress to the next chapter. There is still much to tell you, but rest should be our first priority. Let us enjoy a bit of calm before the storm. Sleep sounds good, even if I am just starting to wake up. As I close my eyes, I realize I have one more question for now. What's that ring? Are you curious? You must be. Rejoice! This is a privilege given to the winner of the Holy Grail War, the Sovereign's Regalia, handed down by the Moon Cell. It symbolizes your royal authority within Seraph. A resplendent treasure, proving me to be the greatest emperor of all time! Ooh. Yeah, it sure is beautiful. Isn't it? I would have preferred more of a rose motif, but it will suffice as it is. Nero's got a thing for roses. Roses are cool. And it makes a fine reward for our teamwork. When the Moon Cell bequeathed it to me, I knew it understood the heart of a maiden. Saber shows off her ring to me. Her joy is so infectious that I want to get up and give her a hug. Now that we've finished the Holy Grail War, you and I have been given the reward of traveling all over Seraph. Oh, forgive me. I should not overwhelm you all at once. All things in time. Please lie down and rest. Tomorrow, you and I will survey our domain. I look forward to fighting alongside you again, my valiant masters. Hey, Anne, what is up? At those words, the lights in the room go down. As I start to fall asleep, it grows dark outside. Not because of the real sun, but because Seraph, a serial phantasm that manifests as its own world, wants it to. All actions, even those of nature, have meaning, but human actions are in their own special category, and so Saber and I have taken human form in our digital selves. I'm thinking too much. I should take Saber's advice and go to sleep. I know that when I wake up, a new world will be waiting for me. Chapter 1, The New Extella. Mare Arum, the capital of roses. It seems your fatigue has been lifted, Master. The sharpness is back in your eyes. As promised, I shall guide you through our lands today. You might encounter a few scraps, but consider them practice if so. Oh, but before that, allow me to introduce our generals. The regalia officially makes me the king. Yes, king of the Mooncell. And what is a king without vassals? And so... Behold my men-at-arms! These 4 warriors will proclaim my sovereignty throughout the Mooncell. First, the Prince of Light, from Ulster Cycle, the red-speared warrior of the Lancer class. His true name is Lane. I gotta change that costume. Lane's costume is bugging me. I don't even know why I picked it to begin with. The second general, the Demon Fist Master, without shape or sound. An assassin known for his first strike, which needs no second strike. His true name is Li Shuwen. If you smell blood on me, it is not my own. I heard tell of an honest job. I had nowhere to go, so I welcome your hospitality. Take me to any battlefield. I won't complain. This is Gawain. Third, the personification of righteous invincibility. The Knight of the Sun, and a saber class. His true name, Gawain. As long as your cause is just, I shall be your sword. He's solar powered too. And now I've got context for who Leo is. That makes sense now. He has been known to be rather indecisive. No matter. If we need another saber, I am more than ready myself. And last but not least, the 4th general. The final... Wait. Are we sure this is the right man? Of course. I'm on your side, aren't I? You chose me? New rules from Seraph. A certain someone came up, crossed swords a few times, made a pitch, and invited me here. So if you want to hire me, and if you can make it worth my time, I'll follow your contract. And you do have the regalia, so for us masterless servants, your orders are just like master's orders. Well, it was indeed I who selected the 4 of you. By the way, were you in the Holy Grail War? You look familiar. Who knows? I was probably some low-level heroic spirit who died in the first round. Doesn't really matter now. By the way, do I not get an intro, Sovereign of the Mooncell? I mean, as long as I'm pledging my loyalty and all. This guy doesn't really need an introduction, but yeah. Of course. Behold, the 4th general, a stranger who wields twin blades, despite being an archer class. His true name is unknown. I do not know his name. Please stop making that face, Praetor. For some reason, his spirit level cannot be replicated as a servant, at least according to his self-report. Moving on! These 4 generals are now my vassals. The Holy Grail War is over, but still these lands grow and change each day. Only I, the king, the emperor, am fit to possess them. So proclaims the regalia's royal authority. I see. So that's what she's talking about. Seraph is building new lands, and Saber and I are going out to claim them. Now, all of you, to your posts. The Praetor and I must depart on our outing together. Our expedition, that is. You're holding the regalia, right? So shouldn't you be on the throne instead of that kid there? Ah, indeed, the throne is the seat of a king. but with all my obligations on the front lines, I have little time for anything else. That is why the one I trust and cherish more than anyone else will always sit there in my place. Besides, my Praetor is both the only remaining Master in Seraph and the victor of the Holy Grail War. Who else is more worthy? Without my Praetor, I would not be sovereign. Keep in mind that I do not hold the fate of my domain. Musico does. I get it. So not just for show then. Alright, works for me. We're changing his costume. That is way too much neon. Well, if you need anything, just give me a call, Master. I can spear things like even the Emperor wouldn't believe. On that note, if you'll excuse me too, Seraph's being decoded right now. I should be on the alert for any changes. If there's any fighting, give me a call. Unlike other servants, I'm suited for going against people. Just make sure it's a challenge. Let me check on the AIs who are seeking refuge. They will be your citizens in the Seraph to come, after all. And a good king is always ready to hear the people's petitions. Now, by your leave. Oh, subordinates or not, they lack cohesion as a unit. If only they could act as one. Well, we can discuss that later. For now, Praetor, let me guide you through the long-awaited new world. Alright, this is the Rome-inspired area. You can see that it has a picture of Nero wrestling a lion now. Or is it? I think it's a lion. Take a look, Praetor. This is the ever-changing Seraph. Our lands appear and expand by the day. Know well that the rules have changed since the arenas of the Holy Grail War. Now, put simply, all of us are equal. Even you, Master. To any foes we encounter, you are now as much of a target as I am. Ah, speaking of which, enemy programs are gathering. Just up ahead. If we proceed, battle is inevitable. Huh? Wait, does that mean those things can kill me? Am I gonna die? Were I one of them, Praetor, I'd come for you first. Your presence is like ambrosia to them, and your blood even more so. That's bad. I'm not a fighter. I know one program, Codecast. Ah, yes, of course. How foolish of me. You've only just returned, and now here I am, carrying on. Please forgive me. This is the perfect stage to show you my valiant figure, but, let us reevaluate. Praetor, please stay behind me. It is a servant's duty to protect the Master. Lonesome as it is, leave the fighting to me. But I can't leave you alone. What are you saying, Praetor? Ah, our feelings are more in tune than I even knew. How lovely. Regardless, these are not formal duels here, but wild brawls. I cannot guarantee that I will be able to protect you to the fullest. I understand. Even by her side, I'd be more of a liability than an ally. But I don't want that to push me away from her. Even if I can't fight, I still want to support her. If I didn't do that, I'd have no right to be called Saber's Master. Oh, what's happening? What's happening? What? I'm disappearing! Ah! Boop. This is what a genie feels like. Praetor, what is the meaning of this? Where did you learn to do that? I can hear Saber's voice. More than that, I can see her and feel her warmth. Somehow, the whole of my consciousness is now inside Saber's ring. What in the... Yes! That is certainly you in there. I can feel our bond. Stronger now than before. Could this be my doing? Either way, I want to keep you this close. I want you to stay on my finger. Perhaps the regalia sensed my apprehensions and brought you in on its own. Well, at least it feels like there's enough room in here, so I don't need to panic. In fact, I like this. Now I can be next to Saber and not slow her down. Alright, let's go. We're finally getting into battle. Right. Now remember, this is battle, and the first of many new battles together. Let us keep our heads and move as one. Impressive, Praetor. I knew I could rely on you. Simply give the orders, and I will carry out the execution. Oh, that shield is sick. Onward, Praetor! Whoa. Send all these guys flying. Someone else is in control of the area. Thanks, Nameless. Ah, oh, exploded! Alright, let's find the aggressors. Where are they? There it is. So we gotta kill the aggressors, and then we can leave the area. You'll see that it is currently locked. We're currently locked out from the rest. Alright. Now the Extella attack is a super move that you use by building up the charge gauge down on the bottom left. It looks like a bunch of little squares. And then, as you can probably tell, there is a gauge on the right where the aggressors are. And you have to kill enough of these smaller enemies to get the other aggressors to spawn. Now, a good way to do that is just, use your regular combo attacks. But more specifically, if you use your Extella attack, then it'll kill a lot of enemies at once, and then you don't have to worry about it. And we just unlocked the area, and we can move on. So, we should move over to Area 4. Oh. There we go. Oh, that's right. There's a movement exploit here where you can just run really fast. It's pretty sweet. Oh no! Okay. Oh, it's Elizabeth. She wants to be a pop star. Stop the charade, you fool! Destiny has allowed us to go against each other this first round, don't you think? Elizabeth Bathory. It's a shame your audience has such poor taste, but I suppose there's no accounting for that. They're not tasteless, they just love to move to my beats. Uhu Lane's words suddenly echo in my mind. Is she the weird band he was talking about? This is as far as you'll go, little hatchling. Your terrible noise will sully my lands no more. Breathe the music! Groupies, attack! She got away. No matter, we'll conquer this sector first. Oh, sector trap. Sector traps suck. But I don't, what kind of sector trap is it? Oh, it's a lightning sector. No, it's ice. Okay. It is an ice sector trap. Oh, it knocked me out of it. Knocked me out of my super attack. Alright, we got a Phantasm Circuit. Now the Phantasm Circuit, it allows you to do your Noble Phantasm, which is your Ultra attack. It does a lot of damage. Alright. Alright, we only have to get one more, or two more. I think it's two more. We only need to get two more points, and then we'll have taken over more than half of the land. And that's really what we're looking to do. Once we do that, then we can move on to like a boss fight or anything like that. Okay, plant. No! We'll end it there. Just gotta get it moving quickly. Alright, there's two aggressors. This one has super armor, so it'll be a pain to deal with. But it wasn't that bad. Alright, and we have... Oh. That's weird. Oh, the blinking one. Okay. Yeah, we... Gotta go, Gotta go take number 2. Or, whatever area that is. It's worth 2. We gotta take care of that plant, or else the other area will get, the other area will get taken over. We don't want that. Alright, we stopped it. Alright, and we're gonna need to use a code cast to stop the ice trap as soon as we're out. There we go. We did it. Whoa. Big AoE. Let's go. Alright, that should spawn the aggressor. Here we go. Boom! Alright, now it's a successful defense. And we have completed the regime matrix. Alright, and that is our last Phantasm Circuit. So now we get to... Let's see... There should be a place... Oh, it's just a cutscene, I guess. It's been a while since I've played this game. Alright, now we've got a boss to fight. So... Where is it? Where's that boss fight at? Elizabeth's back. Let's go give her a noise complaint. For sure. Nameless. Gotta take care of that plant first, though. Oh, Elizabeth, stop! Alright, we got the plan. Now let's go after Elizabeth. Alright. It's less than half health. Let's use the Phantasm. There we go. It gives you invincibility so you can't get knocked out of it. Oh, she's not dead. Ooh. This is gonna turn into some mythical epic, isn't it? Ooh. Stop. Should be able to shield, right? Yeah, that's... Yeah, okay, we got Elizabeth. Okay. And we might even, like, level all the way up while we're replaying through this. Like, hit level 100 with all the main girls. That'd be pretty good. I would like that immensely. You baka! You think you're hot stuff for a little piggy. And Saber, that ring doesn't look good on you at all. She's petty and mean. I like her. Spoken like a sore loser. The regalia suits me perfectly, and it belongs right here on my finger. Do you not think so, Praetor? Is the regalia not a perfect fit? Of course it is. So I tell her that, from right by her side. I say it while reaching out to touch her fingers. But Praetor, your words are joyful to hear indeed, but you're quite assertive as well. Very well, you have my permission to touch my fingers. Yes, as softly as you please, as you would with the finest white porcelain. As the Emperor commands, I touch her gently. I could never touch her any other way. It feels like touching the world's most beautiful rose, or, more appropriately, like touching the world's most beautiful, powerful woman. Yes, yes, you seem much more forward than usual. I believe I may be falling under your spell. But, well, this place might be unsuitable. The 4 generals are nearby, and they have eyes, of course. Perhaps if we were in my room? No, please don't mistake me. I shall accept every ounce of your affection. And as you see, we have won. The enemy is gone, and now that I look again, Archer and Lancer have left the field. This is our land now. You and I are victorious. It's true. There are no further signs of the enemy. Just as Saber says, this area has become her territory. That being said, I can stay at her side a bit longer. Or can I? In that instant, a creak snaps from inside and outside of my body. Did I exhale? Did I speak? I don't know what just came out of my lips. A low groan? A short scream? Whatever sound I made, it's because I'm in agony. Even my virtual body feels pain. The moon cell is no different from the real world in that regard. Sense is still sense, and pain is still pain. And death is still death. Let us return to my room, Praetor. Your face has gone ghostly pale. It's not exactly what we had in the Holy Grail War, but my room does have a feature to diagnose and heal you. Quickly. Quickly do what, if we may ask? That handsome, shining figure isn't yours, you know. Nani? What? That voice. Like trickery, debauchery, and malice all rolled into one. Quite right. Over here, over here. Master's been waiting. Now to slay all the ravens in the realm and pray that morning never comes. This is our land, God's land. You're in Nakatsukuni, where the crops are abundant and the water is plentiful. The land replenishes the water, travels to the Takama, travels to Yomi, and travels to the sunlit, watery heavens. Ah, it's Tamamo! Dressed in her signature cute blue outfit, Servant Castor is ready to go. It is you, Castor. So you survived? Castor? Who is that servant? Why do I feel nostalgic about her? Do you remember? She assisted you in the Holy Grail War. But all the while, she was an insolent, scheming fool who made a provisional contract and tried to take the Holy Grail for herself. Of course, in the end, her wiles came to nothing. Which raises the question, where did you go? You suddenly disappeared just before the Holy Grail War came to an end. Suddenly disappeared? How dare you say that to us? You, on the path to the Moon Cell Core, you shoved us from behind and pushed us off. Look at that smirk on her face. Oh? Whatever do you mean? Praetor, if you don't recall what she speaks of, consider yourself lucky. Pay no heed to that character. She is nothing but a lewd, lowly wench. It is we who are lewd then. Tell me, which of us has her hooks in her poor innocent master? No matter. Soon enough, your master will be our master. Just wait and see what happens next time. Ah, our ears are perking up. We hear you calling for help, master. There's not enough room in our heart for all your sorrow. I know her. I can't remember exactly, but I'm certain I know this servant. Her name is... Something floats in the back of my mind, like old footage. No, like memories. The servant in blue is... It was just when I'd won the Moon's Holy Grail War. There were several people around me. Masters, servants, and NPCs. I proceeded towards the Moon Cell Core, and then... Then what? Oh, your miraculous recovery is but a nuisance to me. Trouble me another time, Castor. Your only concern is to let the Praetor rest. I at least have some consideration. Yes, of course. Master's health is indeed paramount. But if we might trouble you just a bit. Apologies, good master, but this is important. Sometimes a devoted wife has to take drastic measures. The farting ant has not arrived yet. He said he was going to be here in about 30 minutes. Ah, tee. Not that we haven't already, of course. Yes, what any sane woman would call drastic, you would call routine. Well, all judgment aside, in the name of our special bond, let me ask you, what in Pluto's depths are you plotting? Oh, how cruel to assume we must be plotting something. We are simply following our nature. Besides, you know nothing. Emperor fools, that's what you are. You have no idea of the forces you've been meddling with. Was it fun to believe that the regalia was unique, and that it made you the one true king? Well, it's time for a rude awakening! We're afraid we hereby declare war with the power of the other regalia. Ba-dum, bum, ba-da. War? What other regalia? You heard us. See for yourself. Look at the face she's making. Look at that. There's another me. And I'm blue. I need a capture of this. We're going to be doing surprised Nero memes. Let me grab a capture here. Screenshot. I just want to capture the screenshot. Save screenshot, okay. Got it. The best memes. 2 Praetors? My body seizes up in pain. I can't even speak. What's going on? That being next to Castor is definitely me. The same face, the same features. From the look of it, we even have the same breathing pattern. What's the meaning of this? Why is that Praetor with you? Why are there 2 masters? You really don't know, Miss Saber. That's rather pathetic of you. Then again, you were content to watch us suffer, so pardon us if we enjoy a little, schadenfreude. Oh, and on top of that, we'd like to make another announcement. What announcement? Now hear this. As of today, we rule all of Seraph. By our regalia, and with our husband beside us, we proclaim ourselves the ruler of all. Quite a dreamer, aren't you? But it's time to put down that child's fantasy. The sovereign of Seraph is I, and this regalia proves... Ah, but can you not see the regalia on our finger? We have the moon's royal authority here before you. Oh, and if you don't believe us, we just sent you the proof. Take your time and look it over. To be more exact, 50% of Seraph belongs to us already. The rest is still yours, for now. If you know what that means, you know what that means? We and you, we're like twins now. Wow. Half? You've taken half my empire? Cut it down the middle like a sandwich. We and you are like 2 different suns, and the land is burning beneath us. We took that 50% in the last few days, including the new expanded lands, of course. We'll have the rest in no time, and we won't leave a single piece for you. And that's the truth. 'Cause Tamamo said so. She's staring at me. Despite her threatening words, she seems to sympathize with my pain. So prepare yourself, however you please. Oh, and you can hold on to that master for now. Don't get too comfortable in that flimsy, flammable castle of yours. The moon cell chose us, and we choose everything. We are beauty personified. For our nation, for our people, we will stop at nothing, and nothing can stop us. And they just teleported away. Who does she think she is? And where did she find the Praetor's twin? How dare she disrespect me? How dare she declare war on me? Another regalia? It's not possible. It can't be possible. Oh, but Praetor, are you all right? The surprise appearance of Castor and her partner had distracted me for a moment. But now I feel that pain again. Not only physical pain, but a deep sense of failure. Slowly it begins to subside. I still can't move yet, but it doesn't hurt as much. At least I'm stuck looking towards Saber. Very well. Back to my room for now, then. And I think that's chapter 1. How did you find your first mission, Praetor? It felt like holding hands with you. Inside the regalia, it felt just like holding her hand. Warm and safe. I could feel my pulse racing against her fingers. Like holding hands? Yes, yes! That's just what it felt like to me. But it felt like even more than that, as if we'd grown closer together than our skin would allow, and our hearts were in perfect harmony. It felt so intimate, so warm and pleasant. If this is the true nature of the regalia, then it is truly a blessing on us both. I talked to Saber about the regalia. I want to know everything she does. Material-wise, it looks as if it's made of white gold, though of course it's really a collection of data. Could it be some kind of key code? She keeps referencing the royal authority, but what exactly does that mean? Yes, just as I would expect from you, Praetor. Your curiosity and insight fill me with such confidence. Confidence. Huh? What's with the odd reaction? Is that really confidence she's giving off, or is it just bravado this time? Sadly, I know a little more of the regalia than you do. I know it's made of a special mystic code from the moon cell, densely packed. In terms of file size, it holds more data than the largest territory. It seems all that data pertains to the most recent Holy Grail War. To be honest, it is difficult for me to quantify its true value. Gifted as I am, this task may call for a specialist. Still, is it not a beautiful ring? That alone makes it more than precious to me. I agree from the bottom of my heart. The ring's white golden sheen perfectly matches her finger. Beautiful? Of course. Precious? Unquestionably. Just wearing it increases Saber's charm tenfold, enough to overcome any opposing force. You think so? No, of course. Of course you do. I thought the same, of course, but it warms my heart to know that you agree. Feeling ardent today, aren't you, my Praetor? I'm just stating the obvious, Saber. But Praetor, have you no sense of self? I must say, you have never approached me quite like this. Praetor, your eyes. I cannot look away from your eyes. All this time, as I have given my all to conquer you, it is you who have conquered me. Well now, this is not so undesirable, I must say. Alright, so we got... Oh, we're going into the closet, boys. Going into the closet now. I only have three costumes. The original one that you get with the game. And then I've got the Crimson Noble wear. And then I have the Shackled Bride. Now let me tell you something. I've come to appreciate the Shackled Bride while I was playing through, while I was playing some Fate Grand Order. I managed to roll for Nero Bride, so it works out. Kinda wanna go with this one for a while. Alright, speak with your servant. Yes, the regalia may hold even more secrets yet to be discovered. And rest. Chapter 2. Questioning Authority. Mare Mellum, City of Lost Destiny. You scarcely need me to tell you this, Praetor, but please do not overexert yourself. From the look on your face, you are not yet at your finest. Better off than before, perhaps, but still in need of rest. Now how can I help you relax? Ah, I have just the thing. Lemons covered in sugar. So sweet and stimulating. Saber laughs in ecstasy as she cares for me. Her words and her smile ease my worries, and the pain fades almost completely. Wait, you're still in a bit of pain, aren't you? I would have thought the pain would ease by now, but I won't compound your suffering by asking too many questions. As always, I appreciate your candor. The trust between us is paramount, after all. Thank you, Saber. But it's not what you think. I'm fine for now, so I think we should get back to work. We need to know what happened to Seraph after the end of the Holy Grail War, and why Castor has a copy of me. We'll have to move quickly. I'd caution against being hasty, but that look in your eye tells me that I shouldn't bother. Once your purpose takes hold, nothing can dissuade you. Come, we can access the Moon Cell core remotely from the throne. Now that I think about it, have we confirmed Castor's claim about taking half our territory? We haven't yet, have we? Since we went straight to my room when we got back. Anyway, it's settled. Off to the throne room now. Ah, that shackled bride outfit, though. That's not bad. Behold, with this throne, my throne, I can use the regalia to survey all corners of Seraph. Oh, so Castor spoke the truth. Between her conquests in the old lands and the new ones, she has taken half already. Anyway, let us try accessing the Moon Cell core as well. Perhaps it can tell us more of the second regalia and the other Praetor. Maybe. Maybe it can. Nani? Access denied? Why? That cannot be! I have the Moon Cell's royal authority! They cannot force me to start over now. Not while the regalia still shines upon my finger. Excuse me. Apologies. Of course it still shines. You proved your right to bear it at the end of the Moon's Holy Grail War. And that is why, Servant Saber, you remain the sovereign of Seraph. But Seraph now suffers from a fatal error. How dare you barge through our doors unannounced? State your name. As you can see, I am a Castor-class servant. Well, I suppose that's not enough information. Very well, allow me to prove my loyalty to you. Accept my true name as a token of fealty. I am Archimedes. I am a system update worker, chosen by Sarah. System update? I didn't expect it would take this long to reach you. That was my miscalculation. Normally, with my admin access, I can teleport anywhere, but now I have to walk. But that's my problem, not yours. A pleasure, Your Majesty. And you, Mizuko. Good to see you again. What? How does he know my name? Hold a moment, Archimedes. Archimedes? Are you that Archimedes? I am. So you know me then. Well, well, what a small world we live in. Of course I know you. All in Rome have heard of the Greek genius. I've even had the pleasure of studying your works a bit myself. Though I've heard it said you were too smart for your own good and perhaps too far ahead of your time. Still, you seem a fine young man. Regardless, you spoke just now as if you knew the Praetor personally. I do indeed. I spent many hours with Mizuko in the Moon Cell core. Is that so? Then why is the Praetor so confused to see you? Adorably confused at that. I could stare at that face all day. But no, not right now. You strolled straight into our throne room. Clearly, you're no ordinary man. You claim to be harmless enough, but how do we know? I apologize for my rudeness. I shouldn't have barged in. But harmless or not, I have no intention of making enemies here. If I may be so presumptuous, Your Majesty, I have come here to offer you my help. Then you have my hospitality. Revealing your identity is no small thing. Consider yourself beyond suspicion for now. All formalities aside then, what do you think we should do, Praetor? I nod to Saber as I think of an answer. System update. Fatal error? I have so many questions. What happened at the Moon Cell core? What happened was part of an assault from the enemy. What enemy? An unknown being attacked Muzuko at the Moon Cell core during the registration of the Royal Authority, and there was no shame in losing to it. Whatever it was large and powerful. Was it an enemy program? Or a servant's noble phantasm? We don't know that either, but it seemed almost like a titan from before the age of the gods. An image floats in the back of my mind. Just a fragment, hard to make out, but I do remember that giant hand reaching out for me. And a voice, like an echo inside a deep cavern. The words it spoke. It called itself a solo servant. Is that true, Praetor? Luckily, it seems your Praetor has recovered, but I believe that attack is what caused the schism we're seeing now. That attack, in other words, divided the regalia. Divided? I'd almost forgotten. Yes, I think I'm starting to understand. The reason why there are two regalia is that the one was split and stolen. Yes, just as you surmised. The enemy sundered the regalia itself and made off with the other half. And then, after the royal registration, the Praetor came back with our piece. And that other piece went to that caster. That damned fox usurped it right out from under us. Is that right? Then she was the enemy at the Moon Cell core. That trickster must have changed her appearance, disguised herself as that titan. Silence. What system update? Holy as it might be, the Grail is still a system, and it needs regular maintenance. Its normal update occurs every 14,000 years. I needed to make sure that for the next 14,000 year mark, the system would manage itself on its own without any issues. Your victory in the war altered Seraph's management, such that the Moon Cell system updated as scheduled, on one side. Originally, both sides were meant to proceed at the same time, but I presume that didn't go quite as planned. Correct. You see, the regalia truly is the royal authority of the Moon Cell, in that it represents the unity of the Moon Cell and Seraph. In fact, the system is so tightly bound to the regalia that the update cannot properly proceed without it. In other words, I now require your permission to use it as part of my duty. Incidentally, had the update proceeded as scheduled, those hostile programs you've been seeing would never have spawned. Is that so? Tell us more about who you are. Ah yes, let me explain myself. As you know, my true name is Archimedes. I was summoned and given the caster class. Although I am a servant, I unfortunately lack a master of my own, unlike yourself, Your Majesty. So you're a wanderer? Ah no, I never had a master to begin with. The Moon Cell itself summoned me to manage Seraph. Some would call me a solo servant. My job is to keep the Moon Cell system up to date. It needed a reliable engineer, and it chose me. Whatever it was extraordinarily powerful, so much so that I could do nothing to stop it. You barely survived. In fact, let me put it plainly. I had to resuscitate you, Mizuko. It took all my effort to pull you from the core intact. The Greek genius indeed, one of the greatest scholars in human history, I must say. Please allow me to show my gratitude. You have done us a commendable service. What happened to the regalia was unfortunate, but your rescue of the Praetor was a righteous deed, befitting of a noble scholar. Please do not waste such praises on me, Lord Nero. You are the righteous king of Seraph. And as Seraph's chief maintenance man, assisting your master and companion is no more than my duty. Besides, it was the right thing to do, ethically and mathematically. I serve an orderly kingdom, after all. So please think of me as a mere student, ready to do what needs to be done. Your words are sound, and you call me righteous king. Would you also say that certain other kings are unrighteous? Exactly. The one who bears the other regalia is a mere pretender. The caster servant's true name is Tamamo no Mai. Just as I thought. I had hoped against all odds that she was someone else in disguise, but it is indeed her. Tamamo no Mai. I feel like I've heard that name somewhere before. The name was a pull for me, a deeper meaning. Did we fight together once in the war? But something doesn't add up. If we fought side by side, why can't I remember anything else about her? As you are aware, Your Majesty, Mizuko is suffering from amnesia. Another side effect of the regalia's sundering, no doubt. I can infer the rest, but please elaborate, noble scholar. I would rather hear it from you. As Your Majesty wishes. Simply put, half of Mizuko has been stolen. Wait, hold on. Half? You mean half of me is gone? I have a personal skill called method elucidation that allows me to discern such things. In other words, at present, Mizuko exists only as a mind, implanted in an artificial form. I only exist as a what? No, but as a wizard, my soul and mind have already been uploaded to the moon. There's nothing unusual about that now. In my experience, to implant an artificial body requires an individual's personality and passions. His or her mind, in other words. But that alone is what resides within your digital shell now. Are you saying the Praetor is missing something? I am. Your Praetor is still a person, of course, but now lacks something critical. Oh! Hey, two nerds. Yeah, I definitely will. I hope you start feeling better. I'm just gonna be narrating, so. Where was I? I think I was, here. I am. Your Praetor is still a person, of course, but now lacks something critical. The mind is obviously critical in itself, but it constitutes only a small percentage of the whole self. Passion, experience, memory, the mind can hold them and manage them, but it cannot keep them forever. To persist beyond the transience of mortal life, they require a soul. As you say, continue, scholar. Without a soul, such things fade away in time. Fade away? My Praetor? Then what Caster had was... That duplicate was... Yes, separated along with the regalia. It's the other half of Mizuko. Most likely the soul. This is starting to make sense. My memory loss, my physical condition, both for the same reason. If nothing else, I understand this much. I don't want to die. For the sake of Seraph, and for my own soul, we have to repair the regalia and do something about that Caster. No matter what. Besides, there's Saber to consider. I don't want to see her with that sad look. Praetor. Still, you smile through it all, even when you're staring down oblivion. It's okay. This won't be hard at all. I'm here, she's here, and it's obvious what we have to do. Reclaim all of Seraph. Restore the regalia. How hard could that all be? My skills, limited as they may be, are all at the disposal of the one true king of Seraph. With your blessing, and with the completed regalia, we shall restore the system and make it all as it should be. Then I name you my strategist, Umu. Alright. More talking! Half of my territories have been taken, my beloved Praetor has been split in two, and only one half remains. Damn that crafty little fox, declaring war against me. No need to worry. If she can take our land, we can take it back. She might think she owns her half, but we'll show her how wrong she really is. Of course, crafty as she is, she's no doubt plotting further treachery as we speak. But I see she hasn't shaken you, Praetor. I see that gentle fire in your eyes, the warmth that always kindles my soul, time and again. She's not going to shake me. I know Saber's the right person to wear the regalia. And I know Saber's going to win. Caster doesn't stand a chance against her. Not a chance, you say? Are you truly so confident in me? You believe so deeply in my right to rule, then? Is it your faith in me that makes you smile so? Very well. I do, of course, suggest that you rest for now, but I, meanwhile, shall continue to justify your faith in me. As the 5th Emperor of the Roman Empire, and as the Mooncell's chosen victor, I am the one and only sovereign of Seraph. So declares Nero Claudius. You and I will seize back what was taken and unite the land. My true campaign begins now! Her words echo throughout the room. Her declaration. Her real name. An ally I could never forget. We fought together. We survived together. And through it all, we held each other. The Emperor of Roses, Nero Claudius. Centuries ago, the citizens of ancient Rome showered her with praise and applause. And here we are, fighting together again. Nothing can come between us, no matter who we're up against, even if it's me. All I care about is being with her. Honestly, that's all that's keeping me moving. All right, let's see. We got new things in here. We got code casts. I don't think I can use the code casts that let us change to different characters, can I? Like, if I just go in with one of these, it'll probably lock me out. I'll try it. Okay. Not being in free battle means you can't use a code cast to switch with a subservient. Alright, well that sucks. Let me put the other thing back on then. Oh, where is it? I think this is it. Yeah. Electrified Conqueror's Greatsword. Alright. I think we're gonna be on... Yeah, we're gonna be on the second stage. This one's it's a little rough because you have to clear out the you have to clear out Ryder's blood curse, I think. Questioning Authority. Mare Mellum, City of Lost Destiny. Oh, I think we already did this. Yeah, we did. Can we skip? Yeah, we can go fast. Maybe we just double tap it. Okay. There we go. Okay, so we gotta do chapter 3 now, the third stage. Play the whole chapter. Sword in the Millennium Capital, Mare Luxuria, the capital of lust. Now, I'm happy to report the following. Due to your Majesty's steady advances, we continue to reclaim our territories. Your domination of Seraph is at hand. Taking all of Seraph's newest expanded lands into account, your Majesty has conquered approximately 80% of the total. That total includes Regalia B's holdings, referring to the Tamamo domains, of which approximately 70% are back in our hands. Of course, in order to reunite Seraph, we must still reclaim the remaining 30%. Since some of that land is new to us, taking it will effectively expand your empire more than before. Excellent progress then. Between your wisdom and our martial skills, we are unstoppable. Berserker and Rider were both formidable opponents. It is no surprise that they occupied their share of the Tamamo domains. I feel like we skipped the battle. I have to go back and do it. But Caster's about to run short of generals. That being the case, it may be time to launch our campaign against her main stronghold. Are you ready, Praetor? Speak now, if you would. Sounds great. Let's settle it right now. Sounds great to me. If we draw out the war any longer, we'll just exhaust ourselves. We'll bring all of our forces down on the enemy all at once and bring peace to Seraph. Then the master approves. Men, are you ready? This time we'll burn that hellspawn fox alive. Your Majesty, may I speak? What is it, Sir Gawain? And please, a man of your imposing stature has no need to be so humble. Please pardon. Sunlight does increase my stature, after all. But that aside, Your Majesty, I would share a concern with you. The other day, while I was scouting the area in question, I felt a powerful source of mana. There was no doubt about it. No doubt, you say? Tell me more, please. My noble phantasm is the holy sword of the sun, Galatine. The mana there was very similar to that of my sword. I believe it came from a very powerful servant, who draws strength from the sun, like me. Such flames could singe even you, Majesty. Please advance with caution. Remember, should Lord Tamarask fail, we will not be able to stand beside you. Someone who worries even you. Who could that be? In any case, many thanks for your warning. If this foe troubles even the fearless Sir Gawain, then we shall certainly be on our guard. Our campaign is proceeding well enough, I believe, and I have you and our subjects to thank for it. That said, this is not a Holy Grail war. We fight on a much grander scale now, for control of entire territories. In truth, I wonder if we've been pushing your precious body past its limits. Forget that, let's just keep going. Proceeding well enough. That doesn't sound like Saber. She sounds pessimistic, like she's holding something back. My memories are still a blur, but I know where I am now, and I can keep pressing on if she needs me to. My, so confident, Praetor! And you hold my hand so casually. What unprecedented aggressiveness. But so be it. I let your feelings weigh too heavily upon me. If nothing troubles you, then nothing stands between us and victory. Leave it to me then. I will cut down 1,000 enemies in a single stroke, and I expect exceedingly poetic praise when I finish. I thank Saber for her concern. She answers with a smile. Honestly, I'm not completely at ease over my own well-being, but with Saber nearby, I know I have nothing to fear. Okay, we can talk again. All that said, there is one matter that troubles me. No doubt it troubles you as well. I speak of the second Praetor, who stood with Castor, there next to the Blue Fox, gesturing with the slightest hint of vanity. Maybe she's holding me prisoner? We'll understand when we see them again. We'll understand when we see them again. Yes, it's just as you say. Worries call for action, after all. Normally I'd be in the field already, but you, Praetor, have a way of making me hesitate. I do? We need to take care of that. If Musico isn't with Saber 100%, she won't be able to bring out her full strength. So she needs my support. I'll make it as clear as I can that I stand by her all the way. Once she knows that, she can push aside all her doubts. Again, your wisdom shines upon us all, Praetor, but why are you so close all of a sudden? I should have sensed your passion. Did I gaze too long upon you? How embarrassing for me. But your words have cleared my mind. Castor's Praetor may look like you, but no one could compare to the genuine article. Your glory is the envy of all imitators, and we'll prove that to Castor the next time she and her copycat show their faces. Okay, so now we're gonna go back. We need to do this stage. I want to do this stage, so we'll just play the battle. Alright, so this takes place before that cutscene we just watched. Oh, and that cut in the back of the dress. Can you hear me, Your Majesty? It's time to release the Regalia's hidden power. It has a hidden power? I knew it! Indeed. By its royal authority, you can draw mana from the Moon Cell. Directly from the Moon Cell? So even the moon itself provides tribute to its ruler then. Your Majesty, Musico, both of you need to pour your own mana into the regalia first. Yes, understood. I'm counting on you, Praetor. I just imagine that the blinking is like vigorous nodding. Pouring mana into the regalia. Since I'm fused with the ring, I can easily visualize how to do that. I wrap around Saber's finger and move as close to her as possible. I try to imagine the paths of the intertwined circuits. The ring connected to Saber, myself. I lay my breathing over hers. I lay my mana over hers. And... there we go. Oh yeah, let's go. Oh! She's got a dive kick, man. So sick. Enemies with super armor ain't got shit on you now. There we go. Took care of them all. Ha! They were nothing against us. My Praetor, I will dedicate these lands to you. I've been waiting. You have no chance of winning. Ah, yes, Bloodfort Andromeda. That's the name of this thing. Alright, we gotta... let's see, we head over this way. Looks like there's a plant. In 3... yeah, let's take care of this plant. Boo boo! This angry berserker man. Fighting berserker is always a pain though, because he's got like super armor and he doesn't take a lot of damage. As soon as we get all the aggressors spawned up, I'll go into moonsault mode. Or I'll act, whatever the term is. Like, I'll activate the regalia. It'll be great. Because this particular code cast lets me do that. Ugh. We're just gonna pump the entire Extella bar into him. Like, we're gonna fill it up. It's gonna be the best attack of his life. Well, where are the rest of the aggressors? I should have killed them all with that. Whatever. There we go. There's the lock on us. Stop jumping over me, fucking berserker! That's right. Stop jumping. This won't do much damage, but we'll get up there. We're gonna take it down. Whoa! Big angry man! Oh, I bet the Blood Fort's powering up the fucking dude. You know what? I guess they're right. Probably leave it for afterward. But how do I get out of here? We'll go here. No, wrong way. Go the wrong way. Alright. Another sector trap. Okay, it's a poison sector trap, which I do not have. I don't have anything against the poison sector trap. Look at these big ass combos. We're gonna hit. We might hit like a 5,000 hit combo. Ah, 5150. And all of the aggressors just died. There's the aggressor. Stop! I don't have anything to take a shit ton of damage. So there's a little bit of planning you gotta do though, because if you don't, you're just gonna take all kinds of damage, and that is not good. Let's see. I don't want to lose this area, I think. Oh, my aggressor's almost dead. Crapola. That should summon the last aggressor. There it is. Where are you? Where are you? Oh, you're over here. Okay, we took this back. And then we gotta take this. Blood Fort Andromeda. Okay, well, okay, we gotta summon the aggressors. There aren't any out yet. Right. We need to summon out. We need to take out that plant in the other area. Because if we don't, we're gonna have a bad time. All right, we've taken this area back. Let's go take care of that plant real quick. Yep, see, it's gonna take that other area. So if I don't take it, it'll be a real pain. There you are. Okay. Eat these. Another sector trap. Alright. Okay, so I think we only need 2 more. And then we'll have it. Okay, there's a plant over here. And fly! Alright, I'm probably still gonna take the damage. I did. So it's really just a waste. Is that aggressive? Oh, it's over here. More importantly, where's the plant? Oh, let's take out the plant here. Let's go. Oh no, it took a big one! Motherfucker. Yep. Okay, we've got to... There it is. Over here somewhere. And they're invading over there too. We're gonna have to go and take that back really soon. Okay. We took this. You look good conquering places. Oh, there's Lu Bu. He's the fucker who took that other area. God damn it. I should have just killed Lu Bu while I was there. That's what should have happened. Let's go. Let's go, Lu Bu. Stop jumping. Alright, this should kill him. This should kill him. There he goes. We got it. So where's the last aggressor at? We need to kill this guy really fast. There we go. Alright, let's try and get back over there and kill that plant. Oh, I don't think we're gonna make it in time. Yeah, we're definitely not gonna make it in time. You might. Oh, no. Oh, maybe we don't have to. Although I think ideally we should probably still dispel the blood for it. Oh wait, Medusa isn't fucking powerful. Come on. I'm gonna drop the bomb. There we go, we stopped it. Is there another one? Nope. Alright, where's Medusa at? Medusa's all the way back over there. Let's pick up the phantasmal fragments while we're here. Alright, so there's one... Oh, there's Medusa. Came to us. Okay. Oh, no, 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 don't die, don't die, don't die, don't Use some health. Oh, okay. Oh. Oh. Now got her up against the wall. Oh, she bounced out. Ugh. That's right. I'll cheat you out. I don't care. I'll use all the Extella. Ooh. Going in. Ooh. I should use attack up. Like, that's why I have this, right? Like, it's not just for the power-ups. Got her. I only got an A on the sectors. Glad you aren't ranked on your time, because that time is probably pretty terrible. By the way, Praetor, it occurred to me, for now, to refer to our enemy's holdings as Tamamo domains. Is that easy enough to understand? Communication in battle must be swift and clear. How about the world of Tamamo, or how about Tamamo Land? How about that? Tamamo Land? That's some kind of reference to... Never mind. If I ask, I might worsen your headache. Now, only a few Tamamo domains are left. Let us return to my room and... She's back! I like the sweater on her. I'm glad I put that on her. Yep, it's me, now pinker and more powerful than ever. Oh, yeah. Okay, so the problem here is that when you have the default outfit, she's actually changed. But when you have this outfit on, she's just whatever you chose. Dark Ellie. Well, it's simple, like Tamamo Domain simple. But that's Servant. She has something in common with Saber, that's for sure. Dark Elizabeth. I see. This is all highly unfortunate. I have nothing more to say. You may have changed your appearance, but you are no doubt my strongest bandmate, Elizabeth Bathory. Strongest bandmate. Yeah, that's right. Same as usual, Saber. Now then, rival. The Praetor and I have business to attend to, so we must be off. But on that day, when Seraph reunites again, let us hold another concert and rise to even greater heights together. Ah, a collaboration concert. Really? You share your stage with me? Wait, no! That's not what I'm talking about. Not at all. We're destined to clash forever. Now listen, Saber, I'll just tell you straight. As your rival, and as the soon-to-be top idol of Seraph, I'm going to give you a first and final warning. Don't get in my way. And give me that regalia now, or I'll tear your master's limbs off like big, meaty caterpillars. Ugh. That will never happen. The regalia and the Praetor belong to me. Heed my words and understand. What? You're brushing off my whole monologue? Just gimme! Just gimme! Besides, it's weird for you to be the king. I ought to be a bigger king than you. And what about you is bigger than me? Nothing I can see. Do you follow me, Praetor? I'm not even talking about that. And even if I were, I can make them bigger anytime I want. Sorry, Dark Ellie, but you can't. When heroic spirits are first created, they're already given their ideal form. No matter how much you may grow as a person, you'll never grow that way. Yes, unless you're skilled at constructing new bodies, you're forever stuck in that one. But worry not, I find you adorable just as you are. You just don't get it. You're thinking too small, that's your problem. I won't be tied down to Seraph's rules, and I don't need to overthrow you to get what I want. I'll overthrow the moon cell itself. That's right, then I'll be the great king of terror and reign like the god of the red planet. Great king of terror. Why does that sound familiar? And Mars? Why did she specifically reference Mars? Yes, where have I heard that before? Somewhere in some minor culture's mythology, perhaps? Seriously, you don't know the Great King of Terror? I'm quoting a pretty famous prophet here. You ever heard of him? Well, I'm gonna bring that prophecy to life, and I'll be a big new star. Dark Ellie and Golmouth. Engelmus. Engelmus. Yeah, Engelmus. Or something. Are you not merely plagiarizing? Still the same as always. Dark Urzabeth. Urzabeth. Quit calling me that! I told you to cut that out! Whatever. I'm done with this little sparring match. Remember, final warning. I'll never lose again. You'll never lock me up, and I don't need redemption. If evil's all I can be, then that evil will bloom like a bloody flower. And I'll never hold back, no matter who I'm up against. Soldiers, bosses, chosen wielders of the regalia, whoever. Cross me again and you'll regret it. Saber, Musico. There goes Elizabeth. Strange, she didn't seem her usual self. Regardless, we have realms to conquer. Let us return to my room and prepare. All right, and once we finish everything here, then we'll go ahead and end the stream because I am tired and my voice needs a rest before work. So I do wish to speak with you, but you should rest for the day. All right, well I think that's it. Probably. Nope. How are you feeling, Praetor? In truth, well, I feel quite good myself. It flusters me to say so, with you still recovering and all. But even so, I am proud of this mind, this body of mine. And do you know why? It has everything to do with you. I hope that much is clear to you already. You have wrapped yourself around me, blanketed me with your presence. I have become one with you. Do you feel the same way? I wonder. Did you not feel it? My pulse, my breath, all of it? When you truly were wrapped around me so tightly. I feel special to be yours in such a way. Oh, my heart is pounding at the thought of it. What about you, Praetor? I know exactly what she means. It's a unique sensation, enveloping her very essence. And I did feel everything she felt. Her softness, her pulse burning from her bosom, every one of her movements in that intense battle, so hot, so alive. I felt every part of her. Every moment of that encounter is perfectly set in my memory now. When I think back, it's like touching her again. Almost embarrassing to talk about. But what is the matter, Praetor? You're shifting your eyes. Are you blushing? There's no need for that. The way you act, it's almost as if we... Well, there's no shame in what we have done together. None at all. Do you hear me? When I see her blushing too, I find myself able to look back at her again. I hold her gaze, and she holds mine. She must be nearly as flustered over all of this as I am. Until we can be together again, in just that way, I'll have to endure our time apart. My memories will have to do for now. She asked me how I'm feeling. I should tell her. I want to say I'm feeling wonderful. But as soon as I open my mouth, my vision tilts sharply and I fall unconscious. Apparently, this makes me happy. Go on, keep looking at me. I want you to see me like this. Try not to cover your eyes. You might make me sad if you do. At least, I think I remember what that feels like. But my feelings have always had a way of driving me to violence. So I can't let you get too close to me, and I can't let myself get closer to you. Yet, there you are, still looking at me. It's like I can't move when you do that, not under my own will. You have some kind of hold on me. Just remember, Master, if you ever betray me in any way, I will destroy you without remorse. That's right. It's best for you not to be here. If you weren't here, when will I finally wake up from this dream? What's wrong, Praetor? It's as if you lost your senses just now. How should I answer that? All of a sudden, Saber was gone, and there was someone else in her place. A maiden in white, brown skin, thin figure, red eyes. A warrior. That's how I could best describe her. She'd be right at home with a sword in her hand, just like Saber. I tell her everything right away, without holding back a single detail. Oh. I see, I see. A maiden in white, you say? And you believe she is the same as I, a Saber class? That's right. And you say you saw her after that sudden dizzy spell. So it seems you lost your wits and suffered a waking dream. Yes, I believe so. Praetor, how dare you! Granted, you're still recovering, but regardless, and during our most precious time at that. Your dreams are no place for thoughtless dalliances. How cruel! Have you any idea? All I can do is listen and nod. Being with one girl and thinking of another is awful. But seriously. Does that really count as cheating? Would anyone really consider that cheating? It's not as if I wanted to see her in the first place. Though now I am curious to know who she is. Oh, evading the subject, are we? I'm about to cry. I'm about to cry. Does it make you happy to see me like this? Oh, I'm about to wail like a cat. But I must endure. I must be strong, like a diamond. Alas, I cannot. You and some imaginary girl you cannot even name, and here I was blushing just to be near you. No, I don't want to make Saber cry. She's more important to me than anyone. Without hesitation, I tell her, I don't want you to cry. I don't ever want to make you cry. I only feel this way for you, Saber. I stare deeply into her eyes without looking away. That's not fair. You are truly unfair. How dare you? So you won't allow me to cry then. And now I'm smiling. You've tricked me into smiling. How? Ah, so this is your mind at work, is it? It is as if your passion took form, which makes sense under the circumstances. The you I see before me must be the embodiment of your passion itself. That would explain why you are so straightforward. No matter what, you surge forward in all things, from taking lands in Seraph to, well, even me. Her tears have stopped. Thank goodness. Now we can both be at ease. I need a rest, badly. Praetor, you can sleep even after that little tempest of mine? All well and good, I suppose. Endearing even. But this debt will be repaid. Do not forget, my passionate Praetor. Alright. I think that's it. And now we're in Chapter 3. Yeah. All you need to do is skip. Alright, so I do want to thank you all for coming out. And just checking out the stream. If you like what you saw, feel free to follow. Shameless plug. For those watching on Facebook, I'll leave a link to my Twitch page. You can follow me there, or you can just follow my Facebook page, and you'll see when I go live. So everybody, I'll have a great night. Peace. How do I turn this thing off? There it is.